Hello there! This is an astrological forecast for Scorpio for February 2011. And this also applies if you have a Scorpio ascendant. Scorpios, I don't normally wear black, but black is certainly a scorpionic colour. And I guess I'm wearing that today because Saturn is in this 12th house for you until 2012. And so for many of you, you are looking at the past. You are looking at behaviour patterns from the past. For those of you that believe in it, you may even be looking at past lives. You're trying to get an understanding, a deeper understanding of things that you've not been able to see before. You may need to revisit your past and to close some ties that you've left open with your past. You need to make sure you're completing things. There are areas of your life that you need to examine carefully where maybe you're just not happy. You've not been happy for a while now, Scorpios. You need to be willing to look at these areas and be willing to find closure for them. So often this Saturn transit through the 12th house may feel as though you're losing things. And boy, Scorpios, you know what loss is all about, so many of you. Many of you have experienced great losses in your life. So this won't be anything new necessarily, but always when you feel that sense of loss, there is always that opportunity for something new and better to come into your life. So try to do these completions to the best of your ability, and there will be completions on all levels. Opportunities for healing on all levels, for relationships, family relationships, business, intimate, financial situations that you might want to extricate yourself. All these things, everything needs to come to a sense of completion so that when Saturn comes into your first house in October of 2012, you are ready for this transit of Saturn through your first house into your sign, that you've completed all these things that have been hanging out and maybe holding you back from moving forward with planting new seeds for your life. At the same time, we've got Jupiter in this 6th house for the first 6 months of the year. So there should be some good new opportunities coming to many of you in your work area. Also, for those of you looking for healing, for health, there should be some opportunities, some new advice, some new things coming in. For those of you that want to help others, you may have new ways of helping others with their health and their physical well-being. But it will be a good time as well to be careful not to overindulge as well with sweet things and all those kinds of things as well with Jupiter in the 6th house of health. You may find that you're overindulging, and that could equally mean overindulging in exercise, doing too much of it. You must know how to find the balance between what's good for your physical body and also what's good for your emotional and spiritual areas in your life. It's finding this balance, but there should be some good opportunities coming to you in the work area. They might not look like what you had anticipated, so try to be open. Try to stay open to different things that you might not have considered before, and also stay open to things that might be out of state, out of your area, out of your country even, because Jupiter would indicate opportunities overseas. It may not mean that you need to travel necessarily. You might be able to do business with somebody overseas, but certainly widen your net to something more global. For much of the month, we've got a lot going on in this 3rd house. So it's a wonderful time, particularly the first week of the month when Pluto is conjunct Mercury in your 3rd house. It's a good time for intense learning. In fact, you may have an intense learning experience where you learn something to such a deep level that you've really got it now. It's gone to a cellular level in your body, and you've got something deeply that maybe you've wanted to learn and hadn't quite understood before, but now you've got that deeper understanding. It's also a wonderful time for learning anything, wonderful time for doing research, in-depth research. It's also a good time for anything connected with your neighbours and your neighbourhood and communicating, or maybe going to a neighbourhood meeting, or just a fun thing with neighbours, or a coffee out with a friend. It's very short journeys are favoured as well. We've got a lot going on in the 4th house of home for you Scorpios. So some of you may be feeling as though you're making a lot of sacrifices in this area for your home. Some of you may feel as though you are even losing your sense of home. It's going to be an important time as well to not settle for anything less that you're really wanting in your home area. Because with Mars there for much of the month, there could be arguments with people in the home. It could be arguments with family. You're not seeing eye to eye. You might just need to get away and be on your own for a while. You might even find yourself disagreeing with yourself about things. Oh, well, I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure about that. But it's going to be a wonderful time for putting energy into your home. Anything that needs repairing, fixing, anything like that. Really good time to get it done this particular month. For the 4th week of the month, it's a wonderful time for communication as well. So although there may be some arguments, it's also a good time for sitting somebody down and having a heart-to-heart talk. After the 23rd of the month, for those of you with children, this will be a good time for communicating with children. It's also a good time for putting energy into anything creative, particularly anything artistic that you do. It's a good time for starting a business, for promoting a business. It's also, it's not going to be a brilliant time for any kind of speculation, although many of you will want to speculate. Try to keep that speculation to a minimum, because what it indicates is money coming in, but money going out just as quickly and also possibly in a large amount. So watch out for that, but it's going to be a wonderful time for anything that you do with promoting and networking any business that you have. So it could be, even if you work for someone, it's going to be a good time for promoting and networking and learning new techniques for promoting what you do, researching and learning new ways of putting out things. So it looks as though that could be an exciting part of the month. And with Jupiter in that 6th house all month, again, remember that there are opportunities out there, but you will have to be proactive. They are not just going to drop in your lap. With Jupiter in Aries, it's about being proactive and going out there and searching out all the different kinds of things. And there will be something that will interest you and that you could get involved with. So there you have it, my dear Scorpios. Intense learning experiences, completions, complete well, and a lot of focus on the home and your creativity. So I wish you a wonderful month. Try not to get too intense about it all. Try to have some fun moments, especially after the 23rd of the month where the sun is in your 5th house of fun and leisure and pleasure. Try to focus on something that gives you an uplifting feel, and even something maybe that's not so serious, not so deep and meaningful. Just do something a little trivial, but something that makes you laugh. I wish you a wonderful month. Thank you to so many of you who write to me, who make comments, who have readings with me. It's a real privilege, and I really love you all. Thank you very, very much for listening, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.